Croeso pawb to the PlayStation Indies PSN sale. It's been a couple of weeks, but the sales are back, and I've looked through it for you and found some really cool games that are on really big discounts. So if you like finding some cool new games to play and saving a lot of money, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, and you'll never miss a good deal again. You're welcome here anytime. Now, this sale ends on the 13th of November, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Let's look at the games. First up, we have Cartoon Network Battle Crashers. It was released in 2016, so it's 8 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the low price of £1.59, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. This is a beat 'em up, and after Uncle Grandpa drives the UGRV through multiple dimensions, shard creatures start spawning everywhere, and now it's up to a host of Cartoon Network characters to band together to set things right again, and it even features 4-player local co-op. Now, beat 'em ups in general I really enjoy, and these days you don't see a lot of them. Now, this one may not be the best one around, but hey, if you're a fan of Cartoon Network, especially the characters in this game, so you've got the right era, then you'll probably really enjoy this. There's not a lot of 4-player co-op games around that you can play locally these days, and that's a really good game for people to just jump in and have fun with. So if you like old school beat 'em ups and you're a fan of the right era of Cartoon Network characters, then you'll probably really enjoy this. And if you like the sound of it, definitely check it out. It's a really good deal. And hey, if you've never played a beat 'em up before, then I wouldn't recommend starting here. It's pretty much only for people that really like Cartoon Network and specifically the characters from the era in this game. And you can get other games for the same price or cheaper than this as well, that are better in general and have much better reviews and more generally liked. But don't worry, if you're a fan of beat 'em ups, I'll let you know when they're on sale next as well, and then you won't miss out. We have a Souls-like game next, Dark Devotion. It was released in 2019, so it's 5 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £3.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for a cool-looking indie game. In this game, you get to test your Templar faith as you explore a mysterious fallen temple into the deepest, darkest crawling with evil for the answers that will challenge your very existence. It features 4 unique worlds to explore and dozens of weapons to find and use. Now, ever since Dark Souls came around, Souls-like games have been pretty huge, but it's pretty unusual to see an indie 2D version, and I really like the look of this one. The art style looks pretty cool, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Some people say it's too difficult, but I kinda thought that was the point of Souls-like games. Although, difficult but skill-based, not just difficult and annoying. Either way, a lot of people seem to like this game, and I really like the art style and the idea of it. So if you're a fan of Souls-likes, but you've played a lot of them and you're looking for something a bit different, why not check this one out? It looks like a really cool 2D action game. And hey, if you've never played a Souls-like game before, then I probably wouldn't recommend starting here. It's very niche for the genre, and you can get other bigger AAA ones for about the same price, or not much more when they're on sale as well, including the original Dark Souls series. Either way, you have a load of options with a load of different game themes as well. So if you're into this genre, you'll have plenty more options in future sales. Door Kickers Action Squad is our next game. It was released in 2019, so it's 5 years old, and it's on at least an 85% discount for the low price of £1.94 or 64p with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good deal, especially if you've got PS Plus. In this action game, you get to play as a SWAT trooper in Nowhere City, where you choose your gear, then kick the doors in and deal with the bad guys by any means necessary. It features 6 characters to play as, with 84 levels, an endless tower mode, zombie invasion mode, and 2-player local and online co-op as well. So you can even play it with a friend, which is really great. Now, as indie games go, this looks like a really cool and interesting one. It's got a different idea, and it executes it really well. It's pretty popular among streamers, and it's well reviewed. So if you're into action games or SWAT games, you should definitely take a look at this. It's a cool little indie game with really good mechanics and a cool idea. So if you like the sound of that as much as I do, then why not take a look at it? I think if you're interested, you'll have a lot of fun with this game. And hey, if you've never played an action SWAT game before, then you could definitely start here. It may be a bit niche and not like a lot of the other SWAT games, but hey, it's at a really good price, and it's a really cool little indie game. So if you're tempted, why not check it out? But if not, don't worry, there's other SWAT games to choose from, and I'll let you know when they're on sale as well. Our next game is Not For Broadcast Complete Edition. It was released in 2023, so it's only a year old, and it's on at least a 75% discount for the price of £8.24 or £6.59 with PS Plus, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for an interesting game. And this edition includes all 3 DLC, so you're getting the complete version of the game, but there is also a VR version as well. In this game, you get to control the nation's media as you decide headlines, make or ruin reputations, and determine the narrative as you control public information to decide the fate of society and the entire nation. It features live footage that may be distressing to some viewers, but the game warns about that, and in general, if you're not easily offended, you'll be fine. And if you're interested in this sort of game, you're definitely not going to be easily offended. Now, this game's really well reviewed. It won a ton of awards for its uniqueness and interesting idea and themes. And to be honest, it sounds really interesting to me. It's something I'll probably pick up when it's on a bigger sale, but it's piqued my interest. I really like the idea of it, and molding a society through the media to see the different outcomes and results seems very interesting to me. Either way, if you're into cool little indie games or puzzle sort of games, then you might really enjoy this. This is the sort of thing that's talked about a lot these days, and it's a fun idea to see a game made around that. So if you're interested by this cool and unique idea, definitely take a look at it. It's very unique and I think very interesting. I think you'll really enjoy this game if you like the sound of it. And hey, if you've never played a propaganda game before, because there isn't many, then you could definitely start here. It's very different, it's very unique, it's very cool. You'll know if it's for you, and if you like the look of it and you're happy with this price, then why not check it out? But if not, don't worry, it'll probably be cheaper in the future. And if there's any games like this that come out and they're on sale, I'll let you know about them, if they even exist. We have a fun little party game next, Overcooked 2 Gourmet Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the price of £6.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal for a really fun game. And this edition includes all of the DLC as well, so you're getting the complete version with everything included, which is really cool. In this party game, you get to cook alone or with your friends as you travel through the Onion Kingdom, mastering your trade to become a master chef. It features over 20 recipes to cook with, and you get to play 130 levels, which is a lot. Now, this game is really popular, and I can see why, because when it came out, I've seen a lot of gameplay footage of this, and it's absolute chaos. If you like local co-op games, or games to play online with your mates, this is great chaos. Multiple people managing a kitchen together, with different rules and gimmicks in each level. It's a hilarity for everyone. It's good old family fun, so if you like fun little party games, definitely check this out. It's great fun for parties especially, and it's a lot of fun with friends. And hey, if you never played a party game before, then you could start here. It's a really good one, and it's really modern and well liked. But there are other options, and you can get some others cheaper than this as well. But this is a really good one, so if you're really interested, then take a look at it. But if not, don't worry, there's plenty more options in future sales. Oxenfree is our next game. It was released in 2016, so it's 8 years old, and is on a 90% discount for the low price of 79p, which is a really good deal for an interesting little game. This story-driven adventure is critically acclaimed, where you get to play as Alex, part of a group of teenagers on an overnight island party who unwittingly open a ghostly rift on the island. It features multiple story paths and endings as well, so there's good incentive to play this game multiple times and see how it plays out. Now, when this game came out, it was very popular. It was huge. It got loads of awards and a load of people reviewed it so well. It was a big indie hit. And the game really hinges on the story, so if you're into games with a really cool story, based around the interactions of characters, then you'll probably really enjoy this. It's a very unique little indie game that's really good quality, so if you like these sorts of games, at this price you have to check it out. There's also a bundle with the theme and avatars included for £1.14, but to me themes and avatars aren't worth paying extra money for. But hey, if you like them, then look at that bundle instead. Either way, if you like the look of this unique little game, then why not check it out? If you've never heard of it, it might be the best game you've played in ages. And hey, if you've never played a story-driven adventure before, then you could definitely start here. It's a big indie hit, and it's at a really low price. It's practically free, so if you're interested at all in this genre or this game, then definitely take a look at it at this price. But if not, don't worry, there's plenty more games for you to choose from instead. Up next is my star by Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's 4 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the price of £2.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really great deal for a really cool looking PS5 game, as this enhanced edition is remastered with 60 FPS and 4K support as well, which is really good. Now there is a PS4 version, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £3.49, which is not only more expensive, but there's no upgrade to the PS5 version, so whichever one you buy you're stuck with. So obviously I wouldn't recommend the PS4 version, but hey, if you've only got a PS4 and you really like the look of this game, that's on sale as well. It's just not as good of a sale. This puzzle adventure is inspired by the landscapes of Iceland, and you get to play as a fox who becomes entwined with the guardian of the Northern Lights and must journey through mountains, exploring a lost civilization as you delve into ancient Nordic folklore. This is a really cool little puzzle adventure game where you get to explore folklore in a really cool environment, and the game's designed around being guided through the world that you're in. So think less menus and arrows to follow, and more exploring a world and using your wits to puzzle out where to go and how to get there. In general, puzzle adventures like this I find are usually a lot of fun, but they're not for everyone. If you like those sorts of games, then take a look at this one. It's a really cool, interesting one, and it's an enhanced PS5 game as well, which is pretty good for this price. Then definitely take a look at it. Like I said, it's my starter buy. It's well worth your time and money, I promise. And hey, if you've never played a puzzle adventure before, then you could definitely start here. It's a really good quality indie game at a really good price, and it's reviewed really well. But you do have a lot of competition in this genre as well, so there's a load of other games that you can get either at this price or near this price in other sales as well. So if you like this genre but you're not interested in this game in particular, there'll be plenty more options for you in future sales as well. Tinykin is our next game. It was released in 2022, so it's 2 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £4.99, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty good deal, as this includes both the PS4 and the PS5 version as well, so you get both versions no matter which one you buy, which is really cool. In this platform adventure, Milo arrives on Earth to find he's way too small, and everyone's gone. You get to team up with the Tinykin and use their mysterious abilities to navigate a giant house full of bug cities to unravel Earth's biggest mystery. Now this game looks really cool and interesting. It got rave reviews and won a few awards as well, and it kinda reminds me a bit of Pikmin, where you get to control an army of little creatures to navigate the world and solve puzzles and progress. All in all, this looks like a really good quality platform adventure, so if you're a fan of old school platformers and adventure games, then definitely check this out. It looks like a really good quality game that's really fun to play. I'm even tempted myself. I think you'll have a lot of fun if you give it a chance. And hey, if you've never played a platform adventure before, then you could start here because it's at a pretty good price and it's a really good quality game, but there's a lot of competition in this genre as well, so if you're not particularly interested in this one, don't worry, I'll let you know what's available in future sales. And the final game I have for you is Unmetal. It was released in 2021, so it's 3 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £3.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty decent deal. In this game, Jesse Fox was arrested and imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, and now he must use his wits to escape by any means necessary. It features items combining explosives, stealth, retro callbacks, and a lot of humour as well. So if you're a fan of games with lots of humour, then you'll really enjoy this game. If it's your sort of humour anyway. It's basically a retro rip-off of Metal Gear Solid, and if you like, Metal Gear Solid was never a 2D game. Yet it was. It was on NES, and the gameplay looked a lot like this. Either way, if you're a fan of retro 2D games and you like stealth games, or you're especially a big fan of 80s and 90s action movies, or the Metal Gear series, then you'll probably have a lot of fun in this game. So if you like the sound of that, then why not check it out? It looks like a pretty cool little game that people will really enjoy if they get all of the references. And hey, if you've never played a 2D stealth action game before, then you could start here. It looks like a really cool and interesting game for a pretty good price. But you do have a few options in this genre, although there's not a lot of stealth games in general. So if you do like the look of this one, then check it out. But if not, I'll let you know if there's more on sale in the future, but there won't be a lot of options in general. And that's all the games I have for the PlayStation Indies PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones or did I pick bad ones? And what about the style buy? Did it deserve it? Or should some other game have got it instead? Leave all your comments below and we can talk about it later. Anyway, I hope you guys found some cool games to play, but more importantly I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Vow.